Hi students, today let us learn about Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? In our previous class, we learned about potential difference V. This potential difference V or voltage is directly proportional to the current I flowing through it at constant temperature. This is called Ohm's law. Directly proportional means when V increases, I increases, or when I increases, V increases. The potential difference V across the ends of a conductor in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided its temperature remains the same. That means the physical conditions should remain unchanged. According to Ohm's law, V is directly proportional to I at constant temperature. If V is proportional to I, you can change this proportionality sign with an is equal to sign. For that you have to put a constant. The constant here, it is called resistance. R represents resistance of a conductor. V is equal to IR. If you plot a graph with V along the y-axis and I along the x-axis, this is a graph where I is plotted along the x-axis and V is plotted along the y-axis. In that case, you will get a straight line like this, which indicates that V by I is a constant and this constant is the resistance. You look at the graph. For this value of current, the potential difference is this one. And for this value of current, what is the potential difference? This is the potential difference. For this one, you can mark here. P by I is a constant for this graph, or you can say when current increases, the potential difference is also increasing, or when the potential difference is increasing, the current is also increasing. How will you find out the slope of this graph? The slope of this graph is y by x. This represents the y-axis and this is x-axis. Y is indicating voltage and x is indicating current I. Therefore, y by x is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I. Therefore, the slope of this graph will give you resistance. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR and R is equal to V by I. This is a constant and this constant is called resistance of the conductor. We know the electric current is the flow of electric charges. When electrons move inside a conductor, they will collide with the ions or atoms inside the conductor. And this collision will resist the flow of electric charges. You can see from the diagram, the electrons are colliding with the atoms or the ions. Resistance is actually the property of the conductor to resist the flow of charges through it. This resistance is occurring due to this collision. SI unit of resistance is ohm, represented by omega. This symbol is called omega. R is equal to V by I. If V is equal to 1 volt and I is equal to 1 ampere, you can say R to be 1 ohm. 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt divided by 1 ampere. Resistance of a conductor is said to be 1 ohm if the potential difference across the two ends of the conductor is 1 volt and the current through it is 1 ampere. We know resistance R is equal to V by I. If you want 1 ohm of resistance, V should be 1 volt and I should be 1 ampere. In this class, we learned about Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. You can remember this triangle. V is equal to IR. I is equal to V by R. And R is equal to V by I. I hope you understood Ohm's law. See you in the next class.